Yo, what's going on, Team Tweedie? I hope you're all super well. Welcome to #AskTweedie episode 30. Wow, 30 episodes of this. If you guys are loving this series, let me know. Actually, you know what? Don't let me know, because I know so many of you are loving it. I'm sorry I didn't get the Tuesday one out. I was busy doing some things, I guess, and I didn't get it out. But partly, on top of that, I wanted to make it so that the Tuesday episode was an odd number, and then the Thursday episode was an even number. Like, I don't know, it's just weird. So I'm making it like that now. We should be back to normal scheduling. I'm going to try and smash some of these out just so that I have them ready and I don't actually miss any episodes for you guys. So keep leaving your comments. Any new questions you want me to answer, leave them in the comments below, and then I'll put them into the Word document which I have right here. So starting off, this one, it's two questions in the one, because it's something that I get asked so often. Instagram messages, Snapchat, YouTube, and this is what it is. This is the first one. Hi, should I join an academy or stay in my old team that I joined last summer that is non-pro team? I'm 12 and in New York, or join an academy. That's from 1 mil subs, no vids. The second question, which is very similar, is what is your advice on traveling to other countries to pursue your footballing dreams? So these are very close. Basically, you're in a situation where you don't know what to do. You have two options, whether you stay in one team or go to another, stay in one country, go to another. And I think at the end of the day, like, I can't comment on your situation. So some people ask me, like this person here, like, I don't know anything about New York, and I don't know anything about the American league system. So if you're telling me an academy, I don't even know what an academy team is in America. Is that really good? Is it really bad? Don't leave your comments and tell me what they are, because I really don't care. And I'm not interested in knowing at this point in time, because there's no need for me to know. You guys need to see what is in your life. You need to see, is this a good opportunity? I'm trying to give you as much value as possible. If you watched the episode with Jay 2 episodes ago, we spoke about staying at a big team, less game time, lower team, more game time. That's basically all you should be thinking about, especially at a young age. Focus on learning more about the game, not, oh, can I be in this top team? Like, just focus on playing football, enjoying it. But like a lot of people say, but most importantly, you enjoy the game. Like, if you don't enjoy it, leave. Like, don't play. But I would say most importantly, like, focus on learning. If you want to become a pro footballer, focus on game analysis every week, every training session, every game. Make sure that you're improving and not just going through the footsteps of, oh, okay, I'm in this club, I'm going here. So with these questions, don't send them to me, because honestly, I don't have a clue. How would I know the difference between, for example, this one here, from Zach Johnson, one country to another? I know he's from America because I've spoken to him before, but like, how do I know what your situation is? Are you really rich and you can afford to go and live in England by yourself at 16 years old? I don't know. Are your parents going to move with you to England? Are you really poor and this is like a last-ditch effort to become a pro? Like, there are just so many factors that go into it that are almost personal for you. And when I had these problems, I just spoke with my dad. I said to him, like, we discussed it. I spoke with my mentor as well, because he understood the system. You need to speak with someone who understands your footballing league system, your footballing situation, and then go from there. That, like, literally, there's no point asking me. Every time I get that message, I'm just like, I don't know, because I don't know the system. So that's what I'm going to say with that. Think about your situation. Speak to someone that knows it. Speak to your parents. And yeah, because that's all I can really offer you guys. There's not much else to say on that. That's the first question. Question number 2, how hard do you go in practice to be able to play like you would in a game, but not piss off your teammates by going into tackles too hard? That comes in from Andy Montalbano. I had this the other day where off the ball, I was grabbing a player by his shirt and just by his body and his arms, just to get on his nerve a little bit, but also just so that I could get a positional advantage. And it got to the point where in the game, he just stopped and just said, "What are you doing, man? Do you want to take my shirt?" And he got so angry with me. And I just didn't even say anything to him. I just literally blocked him out and continued what I was doing, because I was playing football. If they're going to call, I wouldn't say passionate, but I feel like in training you should try and stay within the limits of a game. Like, if you're doing something that's a foul, like, just don't do it, because then when you get into a game, you're going to do it and it's going to be a foul. So when I'm grabbing his arm, I'm doing it completely off the ball. The ref's not going to see that. It's not going to be a free kick. So I grab it, make sure I get the positional, push him away or whatever, then get my positional advantage so that I can receive the ball in a better spot. And I'll do this in the game as well. So I'm just practicing to get that in the game. And he gets frustrated, cool. At the end of the day, I don't really care what he thinks. As soon as we get off the pitch, we're mates again. And I think that's the biggest thing. Like, as soon as you finish the match, if someone is getting pissed off with you, just shake their hand, whatever, and go off the field. I don't think there's anything else to it. Like, when it gets really bad, it's like, I've had times where, like the other day in training, we played 11v11. A guy goes studs up, double-footed for a slide tackle because he had a poor touch, and I could have won the ball and gone forward and scored, but because he did that, I see him and he's sliding, he's about to slide double-footed to me, and I had to pull out of the challenge because I didn't want to die. But in a match, that would have been a red card, 100%, because I would have gone for the ball, I would have fell over, just red card, you're off. But it's, yeah, I guess there's a fine line. Just try, I always say as well, go 100% in your training sessions, because that is where you're most closely related to a game situation. Because in a game, a lot of people say train like you play, which is pretty much true. You just need to go 100% in your training sessions. Otherwise, what's the point of training? Because when you get to the game, you're going 100%, but in training, you're going 80%. So try and think of that. Yeah, and just like, if you go hard, who cares? Like, I always go hard with my friends in training. I always try and, you know, get on their nerve a little bit. Sometimes I'll chat with Jay, talk a bit of smack to him, but at the end of the session we just shake hands, and like what goes on the field stays on the field. And I think that's the best way to do it. There's not much else to say on that. Just be mates off the field. When it gets there, go hard, who cares? Like, don't say sorry unless you've actually really hurt the player, but going hard, like, really want to win that ball, pretend it's like a game, because that's where you're really going to improve. Question number 3. This one. How to motivate, oh my goodness, I can't talk. How to motivate yourself to go to training even when you really can't be asked on the day and everything is going south. And this one's closely related to another one. That came in from Javi Mendez, and then another one came in from Joshua Sprenger, which said, what can you do to stay motivated? So literally, I would say go and watch my One Life video. I think it was posted about a week ago now. And, like, that talks about one life. You got one life, you got one at bat. Don't regret anything. Don't quit football, retire football with regrets. Like, if you want to become a pro, if you want to, I don't know, if you want to make the next iPhone, whoops, just unplug the phone. Like, go and do that. Don't regret it. Like, I just don't understand how people can be dwelling on things, making excuses, and this is the only shot you get at life. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I think excuses should just go out the door. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of everything. So if you can't be asked on the day, let's say you've had a bad couple of matches, right? You need to bounce back. I don't know, bad couple of matches, you're now on the bench, now you're dropped from the team. You need to remind yourself what your goal is in football. And that's what I do so often over here. Everything goes south over here. Like, so many, like I've said the other day, I haven't played matches in however long. And you just have to remind yourself every day, what is it that you want to do? And if that feeling of can't be asked and just not motivated, then this isn't your passion. Football isn't your passion, because a passion is something where you do it through thick and thin. And I'm not saying you just should do football through thick and thin and make it your passion. Your passion, everybody's passions are different. My passion is football. I like making videos. I like watching YouTube. Yeah, that's about it. But like, I like going to the beach with my friends in Australia. And I do that through thick and thin, whether it's bad, whether it's good. I'll go to the beach with my mates when the surf is horrible because I enjoy spending the time with them. I'll go to the beach with them when the waves are great because I enjoy it. You know, and if you're saying you're unmotivated, it's just too hard, I can't be asked, everything's going south, and you just can't do it anymore, then just don't. Find another passion, because professional football is not for everybody, and I think that's tough for some people to understand. I see a lot of players who aren't realistic about their situation and are trying to become a pro when it's not that it's not possible, because we look at someone like Jay, who was playing in the 3rd division of NPL and then has trials at Leicester City, and he said he did quite well there. Now he's with Crawley Town under-23s, he played 2nd division in Wales. I think that was a case where he literally put in all the work, because this is his passion, he loves football. But like, for me, NPL 3 is low. If you ask me, can someone else from NPL 3 go to Leicester City and try, I'd say, no way in the world, man. Like, are you joking? Are you out of your mind? But because football is his passion, he put everything into it. He works so hard. Excuse me. But I don't know this, but I'm just guessing. He worked so hard through all those years to get there. Now he's worked even harder. Now he's with Crawley, he's working hard. And now, let's take someone else from NPL 3 who is the exact same player as Jay and isn't as motivated, everything's going south, and he's not putting in the work. Do you think he's going to get a trial at Leicester City? Okay, let's say he has the connections. He goes to Leicester, he goes for a week, then he's dropped, then he's gone. So, I'm not saying drop football. I'm saying if it's really your passion, you shouldn't be asking this question. And I don't want you to take that the wrong way and be like, oh, okay, now I just have to make football my passion. You can't just make something your passion. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I'm trying to look for something here. If me making clothes, I loved clothes, right? If I tried making clothes, I think that would be really cool for the first couple of days, and I'll be like, this is so boring, what am I doing? But I think with football, a lot of people, it's pushed on you that you can't quit. If you don't think it's for you, honestly, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Find another passion. You can play football for fun. You can continue to work hard. But the fact is, if you want to get to the top, you have to have football as a passion in your life that you follow through thick and thin. You work hard for it every single day, because the player that works hard continues to improve, continues to get to the top. But the same player who doesn't have the passion will go to the top, and as soon as they get there through their connections or whatever, they're going to go straight back down and out the door, find a new sport, whatever, play football for fun. So that's all I'm going to say on that, guys. Follow your passions in life. Doesn't have to be football. It can be whatever you want, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just want to say this one more time, because I think some people will take this the wrong way. If you have a passion for football and you're playing in a very low level, there is no reason that you cannot become a top player if you put in the work. I'm not saying that if you're on the bottom, if you're a low level player, if you're not very good, that you should quit. I'm saying that if you don't have a passion for football, then maybe it's not for you, and you need to consider that, because football, there's thick and thin, and it really breaks you down. So let me know your thoughts on that. The comment question of the day is going to be, basically, what do you think? Do you think, well, basically that question, like, should a player, no, I don't know, it's just kind of feed off what I've been talking about. Leave your comments on that below. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. But anyway, Team Tweedie, I'm saying, make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new around here, join the hashtag #AskTweedie family.
Listen.